a controversial online portal billing itself as the first website in the world to provide mass and public access to research papers, could soon find its mission derailed in the US, after losing a potentially precedent-setting legal battle last week. A district court in Virginia sided with the American Chemical Society (ACS) on Friday in a case brought against piracy site Sci-Hub, awarding the publisher $4.8 million for copyright infringement and trademark violation. Sci-Hub, sometimes called the Pirate Bay of Science, illicitly offers around 65 million published research papers to anybody with an internet connection, at zero cost. But its 6-year quest to break down the paywall barriers that separate people from academic knowledge has brought considerable heat from publishing companies, who own the intellectual property in published academic research. The ACS ruling follows another legal loss in June, when a district court in New York awarded another publisher, Elsevier, $15 million for Sci-Hub's copyright transgressions. Sci-Hub, which was not represented in court for either of the legal proceedings, is run from an undisclosed location in Russia by founder Alexandra Elbakyan, singled out last year by Nature as one of the 10 people in science who matter the most. Since she's outside US jurisdiction, it's unlikely Elbakyan could ever be made to pay the hefty damages awarded to the ACS and Elsevier, and the founder has previously indicated she plans to ignore the lawsuits. But, in addition to the damages, the ACS ruling also states that internet search engines, web hosts, internet service providers, domain name registries, and any parties in active concert or participation with the pirate site should be ordered to cease facilitating access to Sci-Hub. It's unclear just how broadly that statement will be interpreted in subsequent legal actions, but some think it could potentially give publishers like the ACS power to demand takedowns when search engines or sites link to Sci-Hub. In principle, search engines and ISPs could choose to comply with the injunction immediately, information studies researcher Stephen McLaughlin from the University of Texas at Austin told Science. If they don't, then ACS can issue cease and desist letters asking them to block Sci-Hub's domains. Whether such cease and desists would be enforceable is unknown right now, according to intellectual property specialist Michael Carroll from the American University Washington College of Law. In general, our federal courts do not have the power to issue orders against people or entities that were not part of the original lawsuit, he told Quirin Shermay at Nature. So while it might be unlikely that this most recent ruling against Sci-Hub forces U.S. internet companies at large to cut off any and all links to the pirate site, it's nonetheless possible that the case could have a chilling effect on the free research operation, and potentially for other websites in the future. This case could set precedent for the extent third parties on the internet are required to enforce government-mandated censorship, data scientist Daniel Himmelstein from the University of Pennsylvania explained to Science. If that's true, access to all sorts of information, not just illicitly procured research papers, might be harder to come by in the future. Watch this.